Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to take some time and talk about the Blue Archive franchise because there's several important developments and also funny stories involving this franchise that I know a lot of you would like to hear. Now, talking about Blue Archive, I know it's a franchise that a lot of you guys enjoy, especially the gacha game. However, there is something that I want to mention about Blue Archive, not only as a franchise, but also as a community, because if you know anything about Blue Archive, its fans are some of the most fiercely loyal you will ever see. They are unironically one of the greatest examples of a community gatekeeping tourists out of their area. They do a great job. The game itself is very self-serving in terms of its gatekeeping. A lot of the content featured in Blue Archive keeps people away to begin with, but also when tourists try to find their way into this community, they are ousted with great force. I am telling you, the Blue Archive fans are some of the most fierce out there. We have an upcoming potential World War III situation, and I'm telling you, whoever gets the support of the Blue Archive fans will likely win the war because they are that fiercely loyal. Now, one of the things that does self-gatekeep is the fact that there's a lot of characters like this that are lollies within that franchise. And when it comes to social media, Twitter in particular, there is an absolute obsession with lollies. A lot of the people who are anti-lolicon are thinking about these things all the time, which is obviously very ironic. And here's a great example of that. So recently, there was the Crunchyroll Anime Awards of 2024. And of course, it is called the Tourist Awards for a reason. They used a lot of those Crunchyroll subscriptions to pay for people like Megan Thee Stallion to present some of these awards. And you see tweets like this with 100,000 likes saying they never seen something like this over in Japan. This probably changed the brain chemistry of some of those people. Where this reply to that already very bizarre comment about Japanese people would say, hopefully this makes them stop with all that lolly nonsense. Yes, these supposed anti-lolly people look at Megan Thee Stallion and immediately think of lolly characters. I think it's a little bit of a projection at this point, but we're pretty used to that with Twitter users. But moving forward, here's a great example of the self-gatekeeping and more active gatekeeping role this franchise and its content plays. So you can see here, the power of Blue Archive self-gatekeeping is so amazing, it should be studied and replicated for other media as well. Also, imagine seeing a workaholic police officer type of a character who drinks an L2D and then caring about fictional numbers attached to it. So you have this user saying, Blue Archive got a crazy OST like, I effing love Unwelcome School, just wish the game wasn't made by Epstein himself. Ah yes, Jeffrey Epstein, the guy who operated an island dedicated to sex trafficking children, definitely had a vested interest in gacha games. Yes, crazy stuff. But besides this bizarre comparison and also the fact that this person continues to support the franchise after claiming it's made by Epstein himself, we have this reply saying, I thought this one dog girl from the game was hot because I thought she was almost 30, but no, she's like 17 apparently. There he is, officer. I'm sorry, guys. This is your standard, so if you're going to care about the age of fictional characters, well, you're just going to have to turn yourself in there, buddy. I love how they always have like an excuse for themselves. Like if someone else was admitting to liking this character, they would call them Epstein himself, right? But when they like a character like that, they just go, oopsie daisies. I committed an oopsie daisy. Not really a big deal. I'm just moving on. It's very hypocritical how people treat this, but here's a great example of self-gatekeeping in action. Now, of course, in case you didn't know, last summer it was announced that there is going to be a Blue Archive anime adaptation. This is obviously very exciting. A lot of people are fans of this franchise, and it's something that a lot of people will be looking forward to when it releases very soon. So, there's a lot of questions, though, by fans of this franchise. The main one being, how are they going to portray Sensei? Sensei is the literally me character from this franchise. He is the player's character and main protagonist of the franchise. And a lot of people have been wondering, what is he going to look like in this anime adaptation? Because he's taken many forms over the years. Starting with probably the most popular iteration of Sensei being this one. Yes, this handsome devil right here. Who could resist? Now, there's another rendition here that we've seen in other works relating to the franchise, which is a little more anime styled and something you might expect to be reflected in the adaptation. But here is the official reveal. This was released only a few days ago from the official Blue Archive account. And here is Sensei in action. Now, a lot of people have been very excited about this. Women have been fawning over it. And also men making a lot of very homoerotic comments about this character, which to each their own, okay? So a lot of people are saying this is literally me, or they're saying something very, very aggressively sexual about this design. Either way, a lot of people are talking about this, and this is the new face of Sensei. And a lot of people will be focusing on this moving forward. And there's a lot of great memes coming out of this. So this one right here says, the Japanese say you have 3 faces. The first face you show to the world. The second face you show to your close friends and your family. And the third face you never show anyone. It is the truest reflection of who you are. Absolutely right. This is the true you, ladies and gentlemen. But here's some more memes coming out of this. You see the Little Mermaid, the live action adaptation, and people claiming that you need to look like the characters from a series in order to relate to them. But everyone from every walk of life and every skin color relating to literally me, the anime version of Sensei. Now, moving forward, a lot of people have been focusing on the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor behind Sensei. And you can see this is the man behind the character. And there's a very interesting little snippet of information about this voice actor and his upcoming role as Sensei. So, Sakura Shogo, the one playing literally me, Sensei, in Blue Archive, the animation, is also an active player of the game. He said that when he was told he'll be auditioning for the anime, he tried playing the game because he wanted to show the story, wanted to know the story, and what the game is all about. But then he got so hooked, he kept playing the game even after the audition while waiting for the results. Currently, he is still at level 88. He said that playing Sensei, the most important part is how he conveys the sense of distance between his character and the students. And so his favorite part of the game is Momo Talk, especially when he unlocked a new L2D memorial lobby. One complaint he has for the game is how he wished they gave more activity reports. He said the game only gives a few of those reports despite there are a lot of students he wants to level up. He also personally searched for the gray jacket he's wearing on the panel so he could look more like anime Sensei. Obviously very encouraging stuff when someone is trying out for a role of a franchise and he actually engages with the media that's involved with it and gets into it to the point where he even wants to look like the character that he is voicing. Now, I've seen some other memes coming out about this Sensei voice actor. Might be a bit confusing for a second saying the character and the voice actor. Well, these are official photos from this voice actor's page, yes, male, doing some cosplay. And if this is making you feel any sort of a way, just don't worry about it. It's just a prank, bro. There's nothing to see here, okay? Everything's fine. But yeah, a lot of people are very, very interested in these photos, and it's pretty wild to see the voice actor behind Sensei doing stuff like this, but nonetheless. So there's overall a very positive response about this Sensei character. A lot of people are very excited about that character as well as the anime adaptation coming with it. And as always, it's interesting to talk about Blue Archive. I know a lot of you guys are interested in it, whether you play it now or you're involved with the franchise generally, or you want to get into it. I think it's definitely a good thing that I know a lot of you guys will enjoy, and especially this upcoming anime adaptation. I feel like a lot of people are going to look forward to it, and I think it's going to turn out pretty nice, especially with voice actors like that getting involved. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and feel free to leave your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.